Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I'm like 5 minutes behind because of course I'm having trouble with a connection, but that's what happens when you live in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so today I'm super excited because we are going to be making chapstick, and it's so easy to make. I love making it, and it's better than stuff I buy in the store, so this is what you need. And if you are going to be doing the double broiler method rather than the microwave, you need to get your pot of water on the stove heating up right now. Otherwise you're gonna be taking a while. So this is what you're gonna need. You're going to need some coconut oil, beeswax, vitamin E, your essential oils of your choice, and then I'm gonna be making a special one, a mint chip chapstick. So I'm excited about that. But if you're not familiar with a double broiler, and you don't want to use the microwave for some reason, or you don't have a microwave, you can make your own double broiler. Let me show you what I got going on over here. So, here we go. So here's my little pot, and I just filled it up with some water, and then I just stuck a glass bowl in there. So I'm super fancy over here. Can you tell? I'm so fancy. So that's a double broiler if you want to do that. But I'm going to do the microwave because I'm lazy and it's faster. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. And we're going to put this into a glass bowl because our essential oils are going to be going in there, and you don't want to use plastic with essential oils. So we got our 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. It doesn't really have to be like precise, just, you know, plop it in there. You need to think about what kind of consistency you like with your chapstick, because if you want a softer chapstick, then you're not going to put in as much beeswax, and if you want a harder chapstick, you're going to put in a little bit more beeswax. I kind of like mine, you know, like in the middle. So 2 tablespoons of beeswax works for me. All right, so we've got our solid kind of coconut oil, 4 tablespoons going into our glass bowl over here. Come on, coconut oil. And then we're gonna add in our beeswax. And if you have the pellets, that makes it a lot easier, because carving 2 tablespoons off of a chunk of beeswax is not easy. Okay, so I've got my coconut oil done, and this is just our chapstick base. Like, this is the basic chapstick. The next thing you need is your beeswax. Okay, so you had 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of beeswax. If you want it to be a little harder, then maybe do 2.5 tablespoons. If you want it to be a little softer, then go ahead and put in like 1.5 tablespoons, maybe 1 3/4, you know, like just play with it a little bit. So 2 tablespoons of beeswax. Whoops, beeswax everywhere. Put that in there. Okay, and then you can also add your vitamin E. Okay, so I've got my 2 tablespoons of beeswax. Here's my your little recipe over here. So there's 4 tablespoons coconut oil. We've done our 2 tablespoons of beeswax, and now you can add in your vitamin E or whatever oil. You don't even have to put that in there if you don't want to. Okay, so if you don't have it, don't worry about it. If you got it, good. 1/2 teaspoon of vitamin E, and you can put it in there. Here's my vitamin E. I got it at CVS, I think, or Walgreens. I'm not sure. But it's easy to find. It's in the vitamin section, so lots of places have it. You can even find it at your grocery store. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of vitamin E. I'm almost out of vitamin E. It's going to be a sad day when I have to go get some more. Okay, that's good enough. All right, that's just to help with the moisturizing of your lips and to keep them soft and gentle and kissable, or, you know, whatever, so they don't get all dry and chapped during the winter months. Okay, so there you go. We got a big pile of mess. I'm going to put mine in the microwave, and I'm going to microwave it for like 20 seconds and see how it's doing, and then another 20 seconds and stir it up, you know. Or you could throw this into your double broiler. It's up to you. But while your chapstick is microwaving, you need to think about what oils you want to put in there, because as soon as that sucker is melted, it hardens up like fast. So right now, while it's, you know, getting ready, get your tins ready if you're using tins, and this makes like 2 to 3 tins, so I'm gonna get 4 just in case. Oh, that's a terrible beep. Okay, so get your tins ready and start thinking about what kind of chapstick you want to have. So you can see mine's pretty watery, like already the coconut oil is just ready to go, but it's the beeswax that takes a little bit longer to melt. So I'm going to stick it back in there for another 20 seconds. And I've decided that I'm going to make grapefruit lime chapstick. Doesn't that sound good? It sounds good to me, so I'm going to make it. I've never made it before. But if you are just using your oils from the kit, some good ones would be like Stress Away would be really good, or peppermint, or maybe like lavender peppermint combo. I would do more lavender than peppermint though, because peppermint's real strong. It'll take over your whole thing if you're not careful. Okay, so 20 seconds. Stir it around a little bit. See if you can get some of that beeswax to start melting. See why I like to do the microwave? It's so much faster. Can you imagine a double broiler? That would take forever. Okay, back in the microwave we go. I think this time, one more 20 seconds, we should be good. Cross your fingers. Okay, so your tins or your tubes, whatever you're using, have them ready to go. Have your oils ready to go, because as soon as it's melted, it hardens up really fast. And I like to make smaller batches, so if I'm giving it away to somebody, then I can choose what I want to do. So if I'm doing like gifts for a couple of different people, then I'll make small batches, because maybe this person I want to do peppermint or whatever. Because once you put it into the tins, it hardens up so fast that you don't really have time to make different kinds of stuff. I was wrong. Another 20 seconds won't do it at all. Come on, beeswax. All right, this time we're just going to hit it hard, and I'm going to put it in there for 30 seconds because this is taking forever. Okay, so 30 seconds. Bam. Okay, so my next one that we're going to do, I'm excited, is mint chip chapstick. And I don't have cocoa butter, so I'm just going to use shea butter. And if you don't have shea butter or cocoa butter, then just do coconut oil. Why not? So that's the next one I'm going to do. I've never made this one, so I'm going to we're going to make it together for the first time. It'll be so exciting. Okay, cross your fingers that this beeswax is done now. Like, seriously, come on. Yay! See, here we go. Okay, so the beeswax is melted. So now I'm going to put in 10 to 20 drops of essential oils is what you want to do. I'm going to do 10 grapefruit and 10 lime. So, come on, grapefruit, hurry up. We don't have a lot of time here. 1, 2, 3. I'll just do 15 because I really like the smell of grapefruit. And grapefruit is really good for like promoting feelings of like happiness, like uplifting you, and so is lime. And so having that on my lips, right into my nose, would be really good because, you know, you put on your chapstick and it makes you feel happy just by smelling it. That's great. Okay, that's probably 15 lime, right? Probably so. Okay, so then stir it all up together, and then you're going to pour it into your tins or into your tubes, whichever you have. Ooh, I'm making a mess. And then you're just going to set it aside and let it harden. Okay, so mine made like 2.5 tins. Okay, so that's going to take, I spilled, so I'm going to go get a paper towel real fast. Okay, so that's going to take about 10 minutes or so to solidify. So you might just want to set those off to the side. And if you want to make more, you can make more. I'm going to make the mint chip chapstick. I'm excited about that. Something I discovered, oh, these are so hot, about my chapstick is that it makes for really good moisturizer. Because I was stuck in my Bible study class. Well, I wasn't stuck there, but you know, I was in there, and I was just looking at my hands, and probably should have been focusing on the Bible study, but I was looking at my hands and I was like, oh man, they're so dry. And I had just put on my chapstick, so I was like, well, I might as well see what happens. So I put my chapstick on my hands, and the beeswax in there keeps it from getting real greasy. So we just rubbed it in, and it was awesome. It was good. So you can use this like if you have dry hands, chapstick, and moisturizer in one. That's pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to let those cool, and I'm going to make my mint chip chapstick. So this is the recipe for it. And if you guys want to make it with me, run and go get your cocoa powder, because that's what gives it the chocolatey taste, and then we'll make it, and it's a great gift, especially for Valentine's Day, right? Like, everybody loves chocolates for Valentine's Day, so Valentine's Day mint chip, that sounds good to me. All right, so I'm going to do a clean bowl because I don't want my mint chip being like grapefruity limey. Okay, so I'm going to put this chapstick base away. And I'm going to get out this one. All right, we need 3 tablespoons of beeswax this time. So the other one was 4 tablespoons of beeswax, but since we're going to be adding in things like cocoa butter or shea butter, we need less of our coconut oil. Oops, sorry, I read that wrong. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Sorry. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Got it. 2. Done. Okay, now we need 3 tablespoons of beeswax. I can read, I swear. Okay, 3 tablespoons of beeswax, and then 2 tablespoons of cocoa butter. If you don't have cocoa butter or shea butter, then just go ahead and add an extra 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Okay, so I've done 3 tablespoons of beeswax and 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and now I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of shea butter since I don't have cocoa butter. I'm not that fancy. Okay. And shea butter is so hard. Like, when I thought shea butter, I thought it would be like, you know, kind of soft. But this stuff is hard. So you gotta really dig in there. You know what I'm saying? Jeez, and it's sticky too. But it makes really good sleepy cream. So we're gonna be making some sleepy cream later on. So you need to get some shea butter because it makes a really good sleepy cream, or body butter, or sore muscle cream, whatever you want to make it. It is amazing stuff. Okay, so I've got my 2 tablespoons of that, and then I'm going to put in whatever I have left of vitamin E, because I have like nothing, so that's hardly going to be a teaspoon. Just squirt it in there. Okay, so you're going to melt all this stuff together, and then you can add in your cocoa powder and your peppermint. And since we learned last time that it takes forever and a day for this beeswax to melt, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there for, I don't know, what do you guys think, 45 seconds? 45 seconds. Let's do it. Okay, 45 seconds. Go. All right, so now let's look at our chapstick. So the one that wasn't very full, it's already solidifying. And the one that was pretty well all the way full is still very liquid. But I think that's pretty good. You can put that on there. Put your little lid on, and you can give that to your kid's teacher or something and say, thanks for dealing with my kid every day, teacher. Thanks for helping them. Or give it to your coworker and be like, hey coworker, happy Valentine's Day to you. Or give it to yourself. Because it's nice to do things for yourself every now and then. Okay, so I've got my tins ready. I'm going to get my cocoa powder ready. Yeah. Okay, let's see. No, it still needs some time. It's because I put all that extra beeswax in there. Let's do a full minute this time. What do you say? Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'm gonna get my cocoa powder ready, and I need 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. And then we're gonna do 25 drops of peppermint. And that seems like a lot of peppermint to me, but the girl who I got this recipe from, she said that she did 20 drops and it wasn't nearly pepperminty enough. So, okay, we'll put in 25 and cross our fingers that we're not burning our arms off. Just kidding. Okay, so anybody have any questions? Or what are you guys putting in your chapstick? Like, are you guys doing stress away, lime, peppermint, lemon? What are you doing? Who wants to share what they're making with their chapstick today? Because I think stress away and peppermint together would be good. Or, ooh, can you imagine frankincense? Frankincense would be really good. Frankincense and lavender. Those would be 2 good ones for your lips. Definitely if you live in like a cold area that has a lot of high winds. Okay, so that worked. This is ready, but I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit because otherwise all I'm gonna get is the smell of the oils and I'm not gonna get any of the health benefits if I put it in when it's too hot. So I'm stirring it all around and I'm gonna add in my cocoa powder. That'll give it a nice brown chocolatey color. So I added in a teaspoon of cocoa powder. I'm gonna stir that up. And then I'm gonna add in 25 drops of peppermint oil. Woohoo! Okay, 25 drops of peppermint. I'm almost out of peppermint too. This is gonna be very sad if I run out of peppermint. Let's see. Come on, peppermint. 6, 7. Okay, it's taking forever, seriously. Jeez. Peppermint's one of my favorite. It's also good, like, if you're having a hard time focusing, peppermint can help your brain be like, all right, let's get down to business here. So you could be like, I have to have this chapstick because it helps me focus. I think that works for me. Okay, so I'm going to stir that all up in there. That's looking good. Oh man, that smells good too. It smells all chocolatey and minty. Okay, I hope I don't spill any of this. I got my tins ready, and if you guys are using tubes, I've heard it's a good idea to use like the plastic pipettes because otherwise it goes all over the place, but I don't have any tubes. Okay, got some chocolate left at the bottom. That would be like a cardinal sin to leave chocolate at the bottom, don't you think? Okay, so you guys want to see my mess that I'm making? Because I'm totally making a mess. Bop, bop. Okay, so here's my mess. So there's my chapstick, and it's all ready to go. Just gotta wait for it to solidify. And over here is the chapstick that I made with the grapefruit and the lime. Cool, huh? Okay, so there's your recipe. If you want to make mint chapstick, that is what you do. Okay. Next time, we are going to be making perfume. So, January 28th, next Thursday at 8 p.m., we're making perfume. Wouldn't that be cool? You can have your own signature scent. Like, everyone's like, oh, what is that? And you're like, oh, it's the perfume I invented. Yeah, so all you need are some empty essential oil bottles. Or if you want to be fancy, you can go buy some empty fancy perfume bottles on Amazon, but I'm not that fancy. Carrier oil, not solid coconut oil. That would be a mistake. Fractionated coconut oil or any oil that absorbs quickly, like safflower oil, is really good. And the essential oils of your choice. Oh, thank you. I'm funny and creative. That's so nice of you. Essential oils of your choice. So whatever you want to put in there, like if you like more citrusy scents, like lime or citrus fresh, that would be a good one. Or if you want to be like romantic and be like joy and maybe some rose. Oh, rose would be nice, but rose is like, you know, rose is expensive. So anyway, that's what we're doing next week. So if you are on if you're on YouTube watching this and you want to join in next time, you can follow me at AK Waffle, and if you're watching this on Periscope and you want to go over it again because I went too fast, which I have a tendency to do, you can find me at Amanda Wyatt and subscribe to my channel because I put these up there pretty soon after the Periscope is done. So, unless you guys have any questions, that's it. And I hope I see you on the 28th. Yay! So we can make some perfume, which is also good for a Valentine's Day gift. Yes, you could give them chapstick and perfume. That would be awesome. Okay, so you guys have a good night. I'll talk to you next week. Bye!